Hello everyone, welcome back to my little channel. We're on week 5 now, and as usual we'll start with DCC. So, this week I made a PowerPoint because next week I'm going to be presenting my chapter plan, and so I had to make this PowerPoint. So this is like the beginning. So we've got historical chapter there, not high end and low end, high street, handmade, luxury, monochrome, cuteness, impactful, bibliography, and all these slides, they should have quotes on. I'm just beginning to do the quotes because, as I said last week, I'm really fine for images. Like, I've got enough images for sure. It's just the quotes, and that is definitely not my strong suit. I'm not very good at reading like academic journals and stuff like that, but this is from an academic journal. I can do it. Just one about cuteness, which I'll show you. Oh, that's a little sneak peek of it later. So it's called So Cute I Could Eat It Up, Priming Effects of Cute Products on Indulgent Consumption. Whew. So yeah, it's literally just about cute objects and how they shape our I need to buy, basically. Like, they make it in this article, they're saying that it makes us more likely to buy something if it's cute. Example 1, this ice cream scoop, and it's got tables and stuff. And we've got stapler. So yeah, I've also been researching a bit the books in the library, so I'm going to go to the library later today, and we've got this one book called Our Aesthetic Categories, Zany, Cute and Interesting, which is actually a book that my tutor recommended, but because it wasn't out, I couldn't get it, but because it was taken out of the library, I couldn't get it, but now it's back, so I'll be hopefully getting that, and also this book called The Handmade Object and Its Maker, just that links in with the handmade slide. So I'm looking at books that are not exactly to do with pom-poms, because there's none really, but that can link to the themes within my visual product plan. So yeah, let's move on now to my studio work, and as you just saw, this is in my studio work. So this is the back, there's the raddle and the cross sticks and the threading up. So this was the whole of Monday. It was threading up, and it looks something like that. That was my view. Yeah, and then so Monday was starting up, Tuesday was doing the raddle, Wednesday we're sorting out the issues, Thursday we began weaving, which was very exciting. So I'll show you. This was my first sample that I did. So yeah, as you can see, this side of the warp is like ordered. There's one pick of pink running through, and then these are stripy dark green and black, which I actually can't really tell here or actually in real life, but you can see the pink pick very well, so that was effective. And then this side is random green stripe, which I actually made up whilst I was on the warping mill to make it extra random, and I think that's really effective. Obviously, we're looking at a photo on a screen. It's hard to get the actual like fabric across, so I mean, you'll see them later when I cut off. I've got a week left, so next week actually I will have cut off, or will be about to cut off. So you'll see my samples either next week or the week after. Oh yeah, so that was sample number 1, and obviously blanket warp, so it's actually 2 samples. And then this was sample number 2. I used like this black is actually like a dark, a thick black, and I used also I used raffia to get like a shiny effect, because some of my photos have like shiny effect, like wet effect, because you know, like in the rainforest things, there's lots of monsoon season and things get wet a lot, so that works. And it's sort of like a checkerboard. There's pics of pink here, so not a checkerboard, more like a window pane check thing on this side. This side is just stripy. I was really happy with how that turned out. Yesterday I tried doing this. This is a woven textile design, which has been very useful. Yesterday I started doing this, which is honeycomb. It was going a bit wrong, so whether we continue with that is something I need to figure out. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So this week we had a guy from a place called Uppingham Yarns come in, and he showed us all these different yarns and made me quite excited about using different yarns, and that's where the raffia came in. When I saw this like a papery yarn, I was like, we got one of those in the yarn store at uni, so I'll use that one. But yeah, we've got like thick yarn, roving, we've got like unusual fibres like pearl fibre and seaweed and nettle, and yarns that do all different stuff like dissolve or shrink or solidify. So we've got lots of different options here, and then of course like fur, and like this one's really cool with the like little wormy things. So yeah, actually that inspired me quite a lot in terms of yarn use, just to make it more exciting, I guess, and not just mercerised cotton, which is what the warp is made out of, which the technician was not happy about because mercerised cotton is boring apparently. But I wanted an easy warp for my first one. Maybe my next one will be a bit more different. Also this week, I've got my contextual PowerPoint to show you, and I've just been like, just a few of them, not all of them yet. I have been what's the word? Annotating them, and they're really like exciting imagery. And so far we have 111 slides. It's hard to tell actually, like with it on here, it's really hard to tell. Like, is this a lot? I don't know. Is this how much I'd normally have on a file? Not sure. So yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to know how much I've done. It's also difficult to put it into categories when it's on the computer like this. Like, I haven't yet started putting them into categories because it's just confusing me. But hopefully I can like put all the slides together and like move them about. Oh, here we go. So these are all the slides. Hopefully. Oh yeah. So I can move them about like that, and hopefully it'll be a bit easier. Here we've got from Design Seeds. We've got lots of different colour palettes. Sure. Gorgeous. I love that website. It's great. I've got some prints from Camilla Francis and just general tropical photos. Yeah. And then lastly, I want to talk about the Japanese project. Get photo up. So, the Japanese project, what we're doing, 4 of us have decided to be involved with some students from Japan who are also weavers, and what they've been doing is they've been naturally dyeing some yarns, and they've sent some yarns over for us to use, and we'll be working with them somehow. There was talk of like a Facebook group or Skype set up or something, so we'll see how that goes down. It's in the very early stages at the moment, and there's no theme. She just sort of said it's weaving for weaving's sake. This is Jane, and it's more about construction and just working on how fabrics are created. And we've got some, these yarns are just gorgeous, and they're all different, like they're silks and they're just all different fibres, and they're very exciting, and we were just taking pictures of them on the table and just trying to get like different colour combinations. So the 4 of us are going to put on 2 warps, and we're going to be sharing the brunt of the threading up stuff. So hopefully it's a bit less pressure, and I think it means that our current projects can be a little bit smaller to make way for this Japanese project. Yeah, so that is all really exciting. Yeah, I've been really enjoying stuff this week. Yeah, so that's this week. Obviously, sorry there's not a lot to show you. It's mostly on the computer, which is not the greatest thing to look at, but I just want to show you a sense of my weaving and what's been going on there. Yes, it's been a bit frustrating week. Just the problems with my threading up. There was a few problems, and I had to rethread and reread some parts, and all the joys of weaving basically. But I think I've come out of this week with a better understanding of how to fix the problems when they arise. So yeah, I will see you next week. Bye.